This is how we work it started.
You're automatically
We can't use any of this for my blooper reel. It's too personal.
It's a little bit
Let
evil.
me get this one. That one.
I
This one.
thought they were a bottom. They screamed bottom.
Happy weekend, Brunchers. I'm Bailey Minogue.
And I'm Uncle Colin.
And this is
Too Much for
Brunch. So let's just right from the back. Lemonade or Anti?
For me, it is Lemonade.
I might be the only person in the world. I think Anti is a much better album. And here's why I think that. I'll explain.
Okay, yes.
Like, let's compare it to like Velvet Rope, okay?
Yes.
Like in the echelon of Beyonce.
Yeah.
This is going to be her Velvet Rope.
Yeah.
This is going to be her, Ray of Light or whatever. It's
It's not as underrated.
Yes.
Because Velvet Rope, the difference between Velvet Rope and Ray Rise Up, Velvet Rope was underrated
It
at
took
the
people a
time.
long time to
But
get there. For
Ray
Velvet
of
Rope.
Light, everyone was like, my God. So that's what everyone's like, Beyonce. So the reason why I can understand that thought process, and I actually can agree with it to a certain extent, because it's always hard for me to sort of see if Beyonce is really being authentic, because of the fact that so much of her stuff is so staged. And since Janet writes her own music, you could say these are her demons, and especially if you've watched her career, you can sort of see, okay, what she was going through at the time. Beyonce is generally credited as having written on her stuff.
With like other people though.
But yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's with a lot of other people. So it's like, how much of this is truly her voice or her words? So I see what you're saying on that. But wait, does Rihanna write her own music?
Listen. That's not. I'm a selfish person. I like my life. I like being alone, like doing my own thing. And I feel like Rihanna's album is like, I'm fucking Rihanna.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like twirling. I don't feel like giving you a bunch of pop songs. I want to really talk about myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do it in a way that I feel comfortable, I feel like with Anti, she was like, fuck Baby Guetta, like fuck Calvin Harris. I'm not doing any of that. And I have so much respect for that. With Beyonce, I feel like she always tries to be, the every woman, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where she wants every woman to like feel the struggle. She wants to give, voice to a struggle that, all these women deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of her thing. Even since Destiny's Child, she's always wanted to be...
I'm a survivor.
Yeah. And I feel like Rihanna's like, I'm not saying anything about myself. This is me, I'm a hoe.
I listened to Lemonade and watched the movie, and I listened to the album like multiple times. I really, really enjoy it. And Anti, not so much. I listened to it the first time and stopped, and I listened to it again recently. And for me, musically, I just enjoy Lemonade much better. It feels better in my ears. Anti to me is almost like singing. And some songs, I always, Rihanna is not always the most melodious voices. And it's like, there were some songs that I was like, is this her? Is this a donkey? Is this...
When you said earlier,
braying, she was, I was like, she was doing a lot of braying. And so,
and the song
bring a dresser on some of the tracks.
But here's the thing, is I feel like the song you're probably thinking of that the most quote brave. It was Love on the Brain. I think it's such a great song. So it was like,
Yes.
Other those songs.
And I was like,
Consideration. The first song in Anti-Consideration is probably my favorite Rihanna song in the whole, like her whole. No. This Is What You Came For is my favorite Rihanna song in the history of the world. Because I just love house music, and I've waited Rihanna's entire career for her to do a house song, and it's such a good house song. Everybody likes Kiss It Better. I feel like Kiss It Better was like the most obvious single. When I listened to the album the first time, I listened to it all the way through. I was like, Kiss It Better is like a standout, like pop song. I think it's probably the strongest song, pop radio-wise that she's used. When the Sledgehammer is a really well-crafted pop song, but it's not on the album.
you know what? Isn't on the bonus track?
No, Sledgehammer is the Star Trek song she just released.
Oh, okay, that's what that was. I
feel
think
like
Work is the worst song that I've ever heard. And that is what put me off from the album when it first heard. Because I'll be honest with you, I got totally confused. This is the old man in me. Because when everyone was talking about the song Work, they were like, oh yeah, I'm surprised it became a #1 hit really fast. And I thought that it was that song Work From Home. Because I thought it was the same. I thought that was the song. And so I said, well, this song isn't bad. I said, why is everyone sort of talking like so surprising? And I said, oh, Rihanna's voice sounds a little bit different. And so I swear it was. I thought it was the.
Whoever wrote it or crafted it, like kudos. I didn't think it was going to do as well as it did. I thought Kiss It Better was going to be like the one. Oh, It Needed Me is the other single. Right now, look at your Facebook wall. Anybody who has didn't they tell you that I was a savage as their status is a hoe.
You know what? Now that you're saying that, I think I saw that come through my feed at some point. Now I gotta figure out who did it.
Oh.
Wait, no, that was you. I'm so sorry.
It might have.
It
might
really was.
have been,
It really
honestly.
was.
Because when it comes to dating, I'm definitely kind of savage. I'm very callous. Which is why I like Rihanna so much. There's a selfishness that Rihanna taps into that is so gratifying for me as a person who like longs to just be selfish and unattached. What songs that really like Illuminate? Formation, obviously. But I feel like Formation wasn't even like prolonged Illuminate. I feel like
Freedom, I feel like, is such a good song, even though it is so carefully structured. And then, of course, if you saw her performance at the BET Awards, Kendrick Lamar, it was really good, but it was so clearly structured. But I still really love it. And that is a song that anytime I listen to it, no matter what, I listen to that usually at the gym, and like I'll go faster like when the song comes on. It just really sort of gets me going. And whether or not those are her words or the words of her 9 co-writers or whatever, it's still, I think it's a great song. I just like the album as a whole. I feel like it really flows well together. And
I like
to your point,
Going with The Weeknd. Even though he didn't have enough of The Weeknd. My complaint there is that The Weeknd should have been on that song a little bit more.
I just felt like he was barely on it. And I was like, he gets a feature for that. I said, well, hey, I guess
He probably wrote it. That sounds like some shit he wrote. It sounds like a song The Weeknd made. I didn't like Love Drought either. I didn't like Love Drought at all.
I thought, you know what, the one song on Lemonade I did not particularly care for was Daddy Lessons, because in some ways, because even in the movie, her father's there, but I'm like, she talks about him being dead or whatever in the song, and I'm like, he's not dead. He's still producing illegitimate children,
and trying to chase destiny.
Exactly.
Kelly Rowland.
Exactly. Oh,
girl.
Kelly deserves way better than what she's got, but at least she's not working at Burger King like Michelle. So that's.
But you know, during the conversation before, you did a real good job. Y'all really get the pop on that other video. I stay out of the comment section because y'all were really like going in on each other, and I don't want no problems.
I like problems.
I'm like a real thug. You can't talk to me any kind of way. I box them. Is that a problem? You can't talk to me all slick on YouTube. Like I can't. So, but have you seen it lately?
I've not.
You need to go. I get notifications every time someone comments on it,
so
and they're just arguing all over each other. Every day. It's every day.
Oh,
they go back and forth every day all over.
Yes.
It's my first video with conflict. I love it. Follow me on Facebook at Facebook.com/brunch. And you can follow me on Twitter at TNFB_Bailey.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Colin_Gale. That's COLLIN_GEHL.
Yes. And thank you for your support. Thank you for watching this. I will be back next week with more Brunch. Bye.